Om Shri Sai Ram. Dear children, in this class we will discuss about 15th chapter, that is polymers. Polymers means what? Polymers means we will go through many of the objects which are made up of polymers. In day-to-day life we are using many of the polymer compounds. So first we will see the objectives of the polymers. First we will discuss about the introduction part, classification of the polymers, types of polymerization, copolymerization, rubber, molecular mass of polymers, biodegradable polymers, polymers of commercial importance. Next one is introduction part. Introduction part, the polymers means, the poly means many, the mers means unit or parts. The polymers can be defined as a compound which a smaller units called monomers combine to form a polymers. The polymers is defined as very large molecules having high molecular mass 10 to the power 3 to 10 to the power 7 units. These are also called macromolecules, which are formed by repeating structural units on large scale. So monomers means what? Monomers are simple and reactive molecules. They join by covalent bond to form polymers in a process called polymerization. For example, polythene. So polythene we will prepare by ethene molecule. So ethene molecule, all of you know, this compound will be having double bond. So when we do the polymerization, we will get polythene compound. So remember that always we will write the polymers like this. This is polythene. So remember that always we have to write N after closing the bracket. So here this is called monomer. Monomer means it is a smaller molecule or reacting molecule. So next one we will discuss the classification of polymers. Classification of polymers. Based on, we will classify the polymers based on sources and based on structure, based on mode of polymerization, based on molecular forces. The first one again we divide into three categories. Those are natural polymers, semi-synthetic polymers and synthetic polymers. And even based on structure, we again divided into three categories. Those are linear polymers, branched chain polymers and cross-linked or network polymers. And next, based on mode of polymerization, we divide into two categories. Those are addition polymerization and condensation polymerization. Next one, based on molecular forces, again we divide into four categories. Those are elastomers, fibers, thermoplastic polymers and thermosetting polymers. So we will discuss one by one each in detail. First one, classification based on sources. Again we divided this one into three categories. The first one is natural polymer, second one is semi-synthetic polymer, Third one is synthetic polymer. So we will discuss one by one what is natural polymer. Natural polymers means the polymers which are present in animals or plants. Okay, for example, cellulose, starch, rubber and resin. These all are present in animals and plants. Then next one is semi-synthetic polymers. Second one is semi-synthetic polymers. The polymers which are derivatives of natural polymer. So for example, we know the cellulose is a natural polymer. And here the derivatives of cellulose are semi-synthetic polymer. For example, you can take cellulose acetate is nothing but rayon and cellulose nitrate. These are the examples for the semi-synthetic polymer. Semi-synthetic polymers means these are the derivatives of natural polymer. The third one is synthetic polymer. What is synthetic polymer? Synthetic polymers means these are man-made polymers. Means we will synthesize the compound in laboratory or industry level. For example, you can give here bakelite and melamine, etc. Okay, this is the all about classification of polymers based on sources. Next one, classification of polymers based on structure. Classification of polymers based on structure. Here again we will divide into three categories. One is linear polymer and second one is branched chain polymer, third one is cross linked polymer. So here what is mean by linear polymers? Linear polymers are straight and chain like structure, straight and chain like structure. And we can give the example here, high density polythene and PVC, polyvinyl chloride, etc. And second one is branched chain polymers. Branched chain polymers means here the polymers are long, here also straight chain polymers with having small branches. For example, you can show here, these are the polymers having branches like this. Okay? And for example, you can give here low density polythene. Okay? And the third one cross linked polymers. What is mean by cross linked polymers? Here the polymers are formed by the molecule which are having bi and trifunctional groups linked by covalent bond. For example, you can show the picture like these are the polymers. The polymers are joined by covalent bond. This is the covalent bond. For example, you can give here example bakelite and melamine etc. Okay. The next one classification is the classification of polymers based on mode of polymerization. Next one is classification of polymers based on mode of polymerization. Here also we divide into two categories. Those are, first one is addition polymerization, second one condensation polymerization. So we will discuss first one, that is addition polymerization. Addition polymerization means the polymers are formed by the molecule which are having double and triple bond. For example, you can take polythene. Polythene, it is formed by ethene molecule. Ethene is having a double bond here. This is a ethene molecule, okay. This is having double bond. And when we do the polymerization, we will get the polythene molecule, polythene polymer. Okay. And here, if the polymers are formed by the monomers, only one kind of monomers, that is called the homopolymer. Okay, all of you remember, it's very important for even examination also. Homopolymer. Homopolymer means homopolymers. The polymers are formed by only one kind of monomers. Okay, for example, you can take only the polythene example, because here we are using only one kind of monomers. By using only one kind of monomers, we are preparing the polythene compound. Okay, that kind of polymers are called, will come under homopolymers. Okay. Next one, if we are using different kind of monomers to form the polymers, that is called the copolymers. Copolymers means we are using different kind of monomers. For example, we can give here Buna-S. So I will write the reaction here. We will prepare the Buna-S by taking two kinds of monomers, that is 1,3-butadiene molecule plus styrene molecule. This is styrene molecule. By polymerization method, we will get Buna-S. This is the Buna-S polymers. Okay. Here just you see on the board, we are using different kind of monomers. This is one kind of monomer, it is a one kind of monomer. So by using different kind of monomers, we are preparing the polymer. This will come under copolymers. Okay. Next one, second one, that is a condensation polymerization. So in condensation polymerization, the polymers are formed by the monomers which are having bi and trifunctional groups in the monomers by eliminating small molecules like water, alcohol and hydrochloric acid. Okay. Here we can give the example, that is nylon 6,6. Okay. So here always you remember, by condensation polymerization we will get the small molecules as a byproduct, that is water, alcohol and hydrochloric acid. So I will write the reaction here, that is nylon 6. How we will prepare the nylon 6,6? So we will prepare the nylon 6,6 by hexamethylene diamine and adipic acid. So I will write the reaction here. So this is the hexamethylene diamine plus adipic acid. N number of adipic acid we have to take here. Here polymerization. So here 1 of hydrogen from the amine group and OH from the oic acid, it will form as a water molecule. That is a N number of water molecule will eliminate at the end of the reaction. So we will get this is the nylon 6,6. Okay. Okay, see here this molecule is adipic acid. Adipic acid is having a acidic group. There are 2 acidic groups are there, and here also there are 2 amine groups are there, functional groups. These are also functional groups, and here also oic acid is a functional group here. So here the H atom from the NH2 functional group and OH from the oic acid, that is the acid group. We are here, it is eliminating the water molecule. Okay, remember this is very important for the even examination also. So next one, the classification based on intermolecular force. Forces. In this again we categorized into 4 types. One is elastomers, second one fibers, third one thermoplastic polymers, fourth one thermosetting polymers. So we will discuss one by one. What is elastomers? So we are very familiar with this word elastomers, like rubber kind of solid compound, rubbers like compound. So suppose if you just consider the rubber is there in your hand, okay, so when you stretch it will stretch it, isn't? So when you just leave the external force, it will come into the same original position, means those all the kinds of compounds will come under the elastomers. They have the elasticity property. Okay, and here elastomers are formed by the monomers which are having weakest force in between the monomers. Weak intermolecular force is present in the molecule. Okay, for example, you can give neoprene, rubber, etc. Okay. The next one is fibers. Okay. Here in this polymers, the strong intermolecular force is present, like hydrogen bond is present. Hydrogen bond, we know that is hydrogen bond is the strongest bond. Okay. And here these are very strong in nature. Okay, you can give the example here. For example, bakelite, polyesters. polyesters, etc. Okay. So, remember in elastomers weak intermolecular force is present and in fibers strong intermolecular force is present. And next one is thermoplastic polymers. So, thermoplastic polymers means the polymer which is the force which is present in the thermoplastic polymers in between elastomer and fiber must not completely weak, not completely strong. Okay. So, these polymers when you heat it will become soft, and when you cool it will become a hard. Mean heating, when you heat the compound will become very soft, then when you cool the compound become a hard. Okay. And these polymers have this property. For example, you can take the PVC pipe. So, when we heat it will become a it will come into the molten stage, and when you again cool that compound it will come into the hard position. Okay. It means we can again reuse these polymers. Okay. And next one, fourth one is thermosetting polymers. Thermosetting polymers means the polymers, suppose if you heat that compound it will melt. After that we cannot again reuse this compound. Again we cannot reuse this compound. Remember, very important, we can give the example for this is bakelite and melamine, etc. So, this is all about the classification of polymers. And again, see, if you see in the classification based on polymerization, mode of polymerization, we studied two types, right? One is addition polymerization and condensation polymerization. Addition polymerization again is nothing but chain growth polymerization. Remember, it is very important. It is also called as chain growth polymerization, and condensation polymerization is also nothing but step growth polymerization. Step growth polymerization. Okay. This is all about the classification of polymers. Okay. We will discuss the next concept, that is types of polymerization, in the next class. Thank you.